Dobar dan, nastavljamo s filmovima o održivom financiranju bivšeg novinara i sadašnjeg bankara Saše Bešlića. U četvrtom se filmu bavi inovativnim kompanijama. Prva se tvrtka bavi lakšim zrakoplovima od ugljičnih vlakana koje emitiraju manje stakleničkih plinova. Drugi je primjer kompanija koja proizvodi inovativne fasadne fotonaponske panele. Zajedničko je tim projektima da su tek dugoročno isplativi, no vode brigu o budućnosti naše civilizacije.
We have to find a way to do things better. Our challenge is to leave everything in a better place than where we were, right? What we were left behind.
This ice is thousands of years old, and now it's melting at a fast pace.
I think there's a business opportunity here that you could be missing. And I think the early movers in this area are going to be very, very powerful companies.
What do you see when you see this?
I see opportunity. Just fantastic opportunity.
On this side, we have the latest technology.
So why should I invest in this and not invest in traditional energy mix that I know for 50 years?
Yeah, that's now a change of paradigm.
Imagine the world where companies and investors are part of the solution. The world that pervades and sustains the richness of this planet. Where melting glaciers, floods, and droughts are not the consequences of bad investment decisions based on short-termism. We believe that we as investors have a choice, a convenient choice to invest in solutions for a better future. Let's make a difference.
Saša Bešlić direktor je održivih ulaganja u najvećoj skandinavskoj banci Nordea i na posebnoj emisiji. Financijski sektor posjeduje najučinkovitija rješenja za ublažavanje klimatskih promjena. No rijetko ih iskorištava na održiv način. Saša sada želi istražiti tvrtke koje ulažu u rješavanje klimatskih problema na našem planetu. Želi pokazati da možemo birati i da ulaganja u održivi razvoj mogu donositi i dobru zaradu.
I feel extremely excited by this opportunity to visit companies and sectors in different parts of the world. What is so interesting is to see it on the ground, the real opportunities and real solutions that can provide us with what we need in order to sustain the life on this planet.
Over the next 20 years, we expect the aviation market to continue to grow.
Zrakoplovna industrija cvate. Na velesajmima diljem svijeta potpisuju se rekordne narudžbe.
We see a total demand for about 38,000 airplanes. About 60% of those will be for growth in the market, about 40% replacement. That forecast of 38,000 airplanes means the world fleet will about double.
Zbog daljnjeg rasta diljem svijeta bit će potreban veći pristup energiji, hrani, vodi, tehnologiji i prijevozu. No to također znači da će se sve morati proizvoditi na održiv način. Svi znaju da zrakoplovi znatno pridonose globalnoj emisiji ugljičnog dioksida, što je veliki izazov za daljnji rast industrije i klimatske uvjete. Saša odlazi u Švicarsku u posjet Peteru Pauliju. Njegova se tvrtka bavi održivim razvojem. Peter vozi Sašu u planine, gdje će razgovarati o važnoj temi.
One day out in the mountains for me is like 1 week holidays.
Yeah.
You know, this is a special place for me where we are now. The weather is not the best, but this is what is also nature, you know, having this environment with the clouds.
Yeah.
I was a kid in the mountains, seeing what was the environment at this time, and I see it now, and that makes me sad. We are here in, let's say, the middle of the Alps. Around us, there should be glacier. You see there?
Yeah.
So this was filled with the glacier a little bit more than 100 years ago. And from here you were able, even when I was young, to see the glacier. So you see there the water coming down. So the glacier was somewhere
All
in
the
this
way down
area
there.
when I was young, and now, yeah, we will see later on where it is now. But from here you cannot see it anymore.
No.
You know, having a glacier disappearing, that's one part. Okay, glacier doesn't exist anymore, picture looks a little bit different, but it influences the whole environment. You see the water coming down, so water here is renewable energy, drinking water. So we need that to survive. So if this disappears, we end up in deserts. And these are changes we are not able to handle that.
Yes.
It is a huge
It's the entire
impact
system that is changing slowly.
which collapses, yes.
Saša je došao u Utah u SAD. Odlazi u Salt Lake City posjetiti tvrtku koja je dio rastuće zrakoplovne industrije.
Good to see you.
Mike and Ariel,
Nice to meet
pleasure.
you.
Welcome.
Pleasure to see you.
Welcome to Hexcel Salt Lake City.
Thank you.
Hexcel je tvrtka s dugom povijesti. Njezin tradicionalni proizvod pokazao se kao dobro rješenje za optimizaciju energije.
So here's an interesting point. 1969, Apollo 11 lands on the moon, and the first man-made item to touch the moon was the landing pads, which are Hexcel products. Yeah.
So they were the first touching the ground on the moon. Yeah.
Hexcel je predvodnik revolucije u zrakoplovnoj industriji u kojoj kompozitni materijali zamjenjuju metale, zbog čega su zrakoplovi lakši. Saša želi saznati više o njihovu proizvodu.
This is the front end of the carbon fiber process, and we start off with a spool of fiber. These fibers will all be combined together, and in the process, we're going to start here with 2.2 pounds of acrylic fiber to make 1 pound of carbon fiber. So it's going to lose 60% of its mass. And here we can see the fiber going into the oxidation oven, and it comes back, and you can see the color change. We started as white, and you can start to see it turn gold or amber, and it gets darker and darker and darker, and that's as we're getting more and more carbon content.
This is the end product.
This is the end product. Here we have, this is carbon fiber in its end state, and we're bringing it up and we're putting it on spools.
And the reason why you have them in a long stretch is that you don't want to break them?
Don't want to break them, I don't want to twist them, I want to bring them smoothly onto a spool so that whoever's using this product, they get a perfect carbon fiber.
So what did you tell me? How many threads are in this one?
So this particular product has 12,000 individual filaments of carbon fiber on one toe. Right.
12,000 in one toe.
Hexelov proizvod prodaje se proizvođačima zrakoplova diljem svijeta. Oni ga rabe za gotovo sve dijelove zrakoplova, uključujući krila, motore i trup.
It may not be our product itself, but what our product enables our customers to do, to take out weight, to deliver more passengers for the same amount of emission. And what we need is we need those opportunities to choose the better environmental choice. And it's got to be such that it isn't so cost prohibitive that you say, well, from a business perspective, there's no driving need for it. So there's room for innovation by companies to develop products that do the same thing that other products do, but do it in a more environmentally friendly way. And I believe businesses will buy those more environmentally friendly products at some premium, but not a massive premium.
Jedan je od najvećih globalnih problema potrošnja energije. Na tržištima u nastajanju potražnja će se znatno povećati tijekom sljedećih 20 godina. To je povoljno za milijune ljudi koji žive u siromaštvu, no istodobno stvara veliki pritisak na okoliš, jer većina energije koja se troši na tim tržištima potječe iz fosilnih goriva. Potrebna su održiva rješenja. Industrija koja proizvodi solarne ploče sve više jača, optimizirajući tehnologiju i pritom smanjujući troškove. Tako to danas postaje gospodarski održiva opcija u usporedbi s fosilnim gorivima. Švicarska tehnološka tvrtka Meyer u središtu je tog razvoja.
What you see here is actually one direction we want to go. That's a fully building integrated system. That's a roof system.
Yes.
That's not module putting on a roof like you see it in most part of Germany. That's fully integrated, and then you have a zero energy house.
This is extremely interesting place. This is your assembly factory. How old is it?
Only 3 years. Today we are in the pre-industrialization, and I compare that always like a baby. You know, you have in the early 2000s, PV was nice, green. Everybody was happy to see, yes, so nice energy view. And today the PV industry grew, and we are now teenagers on the table asking for the place on the table. And all the older people around, what shall we do with this teenager here? What does this guy wants to do? On this side we have the key, the heart piece, the latest technology. You have seen before we connected the cells with silver tapes.
So that's one of the big differences in technology.
That's the big difference in technology, and this gives us much higher efficiency per module.
Mike, now we are at the airport in St. Lake City, yeah? What do you see when you see this?
Well, for somebody like me as an aerospace guy and a composite guy, I see opportunity. Just fantastic opportunity. This is all composite material here, and they still connect them with rivets, but you can see it's more common. The horizontal stabilizer and the vertical stabilizer here are also composite. On the CFM LEAP engine, those are all composite. All of those blades are composite.
So these metal parts, these metal blades,
Yep.
they will be changed to composite.
They're changed to composite. So when you look for the next generation, the next growth and opportunity, you see that.
If we look at the aviation industry in particular and the need for transports and emerging consumers and population in emerging markets, where do you think this is heading in regards to the materials and products that you produce?
When we look at growth rates, you know, we're at a multiple of GDP. And it's a pretty good multiple of GDP that we see. And with the products that we've got and the areas of growth that we've got, we see this being sustainable for the next 15, 20 years.
U Štokholmu smo, glavnom gradu Švedske. Ova skandinavska zemlja predvodnik je u održivim i odgovornim ulaganjima. Šveđani imaju dugu tradiciju ulaganja ušteđevine u dugoročne i odgovorne tvrtke. Danas su se veliki ulagači okupili kako bi poslušali švedskog ministra za financijska tržišta Pera Bolunda.
Frågar man kunderna så är det ju uppåt 90% som säger att ja, men vi vill och förväntar oss att de som förvaltar våra pengar ska jobba med hållbarhet.
Švedska vlada planira novim propisima olakšati pronalaženje tvrtki i investicijskih fondova vezanih uz održiv razvoj.
I know that government, Swedish government, and you particularly have been working with increasing transparency on the financial markets on the fund side. You have some thoughts and ideas about that. I think that's in the forefront of development because customers need to get information what is part of the investments. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, we've been working on different issues from the financial sector. One is, of course, the information issue. How can we improve information to the customers, to the investors? And I meet investors, both my neighbors in where I live and big investors, and they're all saying we need better information to make wise decisions. Yes. And that's something we're working on at the moment to see how can we improve both the provision of information, but also make it comparable so that you actually can compare the information from different options, different companies. And that's the way that we're going to move forward in a fast rate in the future.
I mean, as a politicians, what do you see is the sort of a main challenge when we look at sustainability issues and the financial sector?
I think that the financial sector really has a major role in this, and of course there are trillions and trillions that are being invested every day, and whether those are invested in sustainable practices, sustainable businesses, or whether they're invested in what destroys our planet, that makes all the difference for the future, of course. And here, of course, there's a choice that we have to make. What makes me hopeful is that I'm also, when I'm speaking to the actors in the financial markets, they're really starting to see this, and they're also starting to see that when they invest sustainably, is not a bad option from an economic standpoint. It's on the contrary, it pays even better.
It's adding value.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you would say that we do have a choice right now, right here, in order to tackle all these challenges.
Yeah.
Per, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your insights.
Thank you.
Glavni direktor švicarskog Burgera smatra da ulagači trebaju razmisliti planiraju li biti na tržištu kratkoročno ili dugoročno.
From our perspective it's clear, we are long-term oriented, so we want to change things and this takes time to do it. So in this respect you will have a long-term return and we do not work on a short-term one. So if you are short-term driven, we are the wrong ones, that's clear. But if you want to have sustainable long-term profitability, we are the ones being able to provide that.
U Hexelu u SAD-u Michael je uvjeren da je ulaganje u tvrtku poput njegove i profitabilno i održivo. Ta se dva aspekta lako mogu spojiti.
I'd say there's a big opportunity here. If you doubt it, try it out from a business perspective. I think there is a business opportunity here that you could be missing. Now, it could be a threat to your business, but most likely it's an opportunity. And I think the early movers in this area are going to be very, very powerful companies.
Na posljednjoj etapi Sašina putovanja Peter Pauli pokazuje mu ledenjak u švicarskim Alpama.
So they're testing to cover it so it's not melting.
To cover that it not melts in the summertime.
Yeah.
Ovo je jasan primjer djelovanja klimatskih promjena.
Now you are here in thousands of years.
This ice is thousands of years old. Yeah. And now it's melting at a fast pace.
Yeah. Impressive to be here inside and experience that.
But also very scary.
A little bit, yes.
We need to make a difference and we need to make these choices now, because if we don't, it might be too late.
Absolutely true, and as said, it's in our hand.
I have 4 kids, and the most important thing to me as I've seen them grow up and I've seen them move on is, our challenge is to leave everything in a better place than where we were, right? What we were left behind. And I can honestly say that I've been part of a company that is helping leave the world in a better place.
I think it's very important to stress that we have a choice together with the investors who have given us their money. Without a long-term view, we will not be able to show the next generation this glacier and many other places because they're going to melt and disappear. And I still believe that we have a choice and we can make decisions that are part of the solutions and part of the future.